Hello, I'm Bood and welcome to the channel and welcome to Can Anyone Score with Manchester City. As always, thanks for joining me. If you're brand new, feel free to subscribe. Thanks for checking out this video. If you're already a subscriber, as always, thanks for watching another of my videos. Hopefully you'll all smash that thumbs up and get involved in the comments. Always helps the video, always helps my channel. And if you really want to help my channel and become a part of a future custom series like my Tame Valley series of last year, you can always become a patron. Check out the link below. Little as £1 a month. All help is massively appreciated. Now, this video has come around because it's the end of FM21. I'm just having a bit of fun. I'm not taking things too serious, just looking forward to a new game and new content coming. But recently I made a video called Can Anyone Manage Manchester City, where I put 3 different non-league managers in charge and we looked at how well they could do. If you haven't seen it yet, go and check it out after this one. I'll put a link at the end of the video, up at the top somewhere. Now, this has just come about because I've been thinking, Manchester City, loads of money, great squad, usually win a lot of trophies, apart from the Champions League. But this year, they are lacking in a certain area, aren't they? Well, they're not, they seem to cope, but they wanted a striker, they lost possibly their greatest ever striker in Sergio Aguero, and they didn't replace him. Now they've got Gabriel Jesus, I think they've got a couple of kids in the youth team, but they haven't really got any out and out strikers. So I just thought, let's have some fun. Let's put 3 randoms up top and see can they score goals and do well in this team. So you've seen the thumbnail. So yeah, we're having a bit of fun. I've picked an absolute legend of the Football League who's approaching the end of his career. Didn't realise he was that old. I've picked the current national top flight non-leagues leading goal scorer. And I've also gone a bit left field with it and picked an absolute legend of a goalkeeper because it's random. What's more opposite than a striker, a goalkeeper? Can he do well playing up top for Manchester City? Well, hopefully you can enjoy it. It is just a bit of fun. Let's get into it. So like in all my previous experiments I've been doing over the last couple of weeks, I am using an updated database that I got from Steam. It's the most downloaded one. Transfer deadline database, so all the teams in the right league, all the players are at the right teams. Now, I've had to take over unlike the other ones because I'm having to force all these 3 players to play up top for Manchester City, but I will be simulating the season. I ain't playing 3 seasons, not with Man City. That would cause me pain. So I'm going to be leaving everything really to my staff. So they'll be doing the training, they'll be doing everything else. But I will put the tactic in place, and I will make sure that whenever fit, each 3 of these guys are starting. Now that doesn't mean, you know, things can happen. You might get injuries. We don't know. The assistant might bring them off. You don't like him, so you know we're gonna have to have a look how it goes. I don't know how it's gonna go. I mean, this is a world-class side, and we're putting some randoms up top who would never be playing up top for Manchester City. Are they going to score goals? Is City going to crash and burn, or are they going to be just as successful with Joe Bloggs up top? Well, we're going to start off looking at this chap, and it is of course Mr. Adebayo Akinfenwa. Bit of a legend, bit of a beast. I think he's 39, I'm guessing now, in real life. On the game here, it says he's retiring, but I'm pretty sure he's still playing, I think, for Wycombe Wanderers. Had a bit of a long career. He's just a bit of a legend, isn't he? It's like a classic go-to for something fun like this. Let's have a look at his career quickly. He started out at Watford, and then he went a bit random after that, didn't he? Played for Leyton Orient, he's played for a lot of teams. I was surprised he only ever made 1 transfer for a fee, and that was when he left Torquay to Swansea. After he had a really good year at League One for Torquay, he went for 85 grand. Every other move he's ever made, apparently, has been on a free. Northampton to Gillingham, back to Northampton, then back to Gillingham, then to Wimbledon, and of course he's had a good stint over the last few years, scoring a good amount of goals and helping them get promoted. Wycombe Wanderers, so what's he going to do? Well, let's go back to his attributes, and he's got some really good ones, some standout ones. Now he's not fast, but he's massive. He looks more to me like a WWE wrestler than a footballer, if I'm honest. But he's got a great head, can take a penalty, brave, determined, got a great leader, good team player, super strong. Can't imagine anyone in the entire planet who plays football could knock him off the ball. And he's got a great balance. His finishing's not bad, 11. What's his composure like? 12 off the ball, 10. Don't really work hard, but we'll see all about that. So yeah, I expect they're going to score goals, but how many goals and how well will they actually do? Next up we have Billy Waters, who on paper doesn't look great. Now, he currently plays for Halifax. Not set on there, but he does play for Halifax Town in the National League. And at the time of me starting to create this, he was the joint top goal scorer. Sort of started pretty cool. He's 25, so he's still a good young player. He could still improve. But he's not a Premier League player, is he? Is he even, a Championship player, League One player, really? When you look at him, if you were in charge of Manchester City, you would not be signing him to be your out-and-out striker to score goals. So can he score goals? He's got quality all around him. They all have. Is that going to help them score? I don't know. I have no idea. But that's why I loved having a little bit of fun like this towards the end of the year. This is his history, and he is from that famous Crewe Alexander Academy. They do create quite a lot of good young players. Then he went on a free to Cheltenham, where, he was pretty good. They scored over 10 goals. Undisclosed fee to Northampton. Didn't score a single goal. They loaned him out to Cambridge. His goal scoring wasn't great. Went back to Northampton again. He's never been really prolific, has he? Back to Cheltenham on loan, weirdly. Scored 4 goals. Back to Northampton. Played 7, didn't score. Then he's at Newport, didn't score. But at the minute for Halifax, in real life, he's rocking. So I don't see this lad doing too well. You just wouldn't think he would. Because if we look at him, look at his technicals are appalling. His technique's 11. His finishing's 11. Everything else is pretty dire. His mentals aren't great. He's pretty determined. He's got a bit of flair. Works fairly hard. But, it's weak, innit? He's got a bit of speed, but not Premier League speed. Not really very strong either. So this will be an interesting one. Last but not least, we're going to be using Luigi Buffon, possibly one of the greatest keepers of all times. Now, I'm in a group with a lot of subscribers, and I did ask them what they thought. A few of them wanted Billy Sharp. I considered him. But in the end, I wanted to go left field with at least one of them. Put someone up top who's the complete opposite of a striker, and that's a goalkeeper, isn't it? Strikers score goals, he stops goals going in. I could consider Ben Foster, but then I thought I wanted to go for Buffon because on paper as a goalkeeper, he's still amazing. So he's got all these great mentals. His physicals aren't great. Obviously, he's a great goalkeeper. But he's also 42. Was it going to be like 43 in real life, nearly or something? So, he's knocking on a bit. I just thought that'd be totally random. How is he going to do up top for Man City? Well, we can look at his career quickly because, look at it. Parma, we all know about that. His Juve career was amazing. That weird move to Paris and back to Juve. And now, of course, he's gone home to Parma, hasn't he? Well, not on here. He's now Manchester City's star striker. So like I said, I've just simulated 3 seasons with me in charge. I took it over, I set all the staff up, set all the training up, set the computer up to run everything, put my tactic in place and made sure each guy would be starting every single game. Then I've holidayed a year to the 1st of June and not looked. I have no idea how this is going to turn out, so let's find out together. And let's start off with Mr. Akinfenwa, the big man, the beast, WWE wrestler. Should get into that, shouldn't he, when he retires. And we'll have a look at how City did in each competition quickly. Well, they finished 3rd, and so did he in the goal scoring charts. In the Carabao Cup, they got knocked out in the quarterfinals, getting beat 2-1 at home by Leicester City. In the FA Cup, they won it, got all the way to the final, winning 2-1 against Sheffield Wednesday. How cool is that? Sheffield Wednesday getting to the FA Cup final. That's freaking awesome. And he scored. He scored a goal in an FA Cup final, picking himself up a cheeky little medal. And they got themselves to the Champions League final, getting beat though, battered 4-0 off Paris Saint-Germain. He didn't score, but he definitely played. So he's now 39 years old, and he didn't do too bad, to be fair. So, in the Champions League, he scored 5 in 13. In the Premier League, he got 18 in 38. That's not bad, that, is it? 6 in 6 in the FA Cup, 1 in 3 in the Carabao Cup, and he scored 5 in friendlies. All in all, he got 30 goals in 60 appearances. That's a goal every other game. So that's pretty good for a 1-star beast of a man who's only worth 25 grand. Injury-wise, he didn't miss too much. He pulled his abdominal muscle and was out for 12 days. And that's it. So he did all right, really. Here's a quick look at his stats as well for the season. He played 5,034 minutes. Now, I was wondering, because obviously, basically holidays simulate the season. So even though these guys will be starting, you imagine the assistant will be like, get Gabriel Jesus up top or whatever, or Sterling or whatever. So I imagine he wouldn't have played as much, but his 5,034 minutes to me is quite a lot. Let's move on to Billy Waters, who on paper looks really, really bad. Well, Manchester City with him finished third with 81 points. So they've got one more point, I think, than Akinfenwa, I think. Anyway, he finished joint top goal scorer with Anthony Martial. Both of them are absolute balls because Martial would never score 27 goals in a season. But joint, does that mean he gets his own little golden boot? Did they cut it in half? They were knocked out of the Carabao Cup in the semi-final against Manchester United, getting beat 3-2. In the FA Cup, they were knocked out in the fourth round, getting beat 3-0 by Chelsea away. And in the Champions League, they were knocked out of the semis by Liverpool. Although in that second leg, he scored against Liverpool. Brilliant. Not a bad season, joint top goal scorer. He didn't pick up any winners' medals, but he's done a lot better than I thought. A lot better. It looks like he's improving, but you imagine that. He's got good staff, good training facilities, but really? He ain't got a cap for Wales yet. You think he would have. He enjoyed top goal scorer of the Premier League, but he got 4 in 12 in the Champions League, 27 goals in 38 games in the Premier League, 1 in 2 in the FA Cup, 1 in 4 in the Carabao Cup, and 2 in 6 non-competitive friendlies. So he scored 33 goals in 56 games. That's better than Akinfenwa. And he's not as good on paper, I don't think. That's pretty sweet. And he only missed 2 days. He only missed 2 days. If you've got a superstar squad, you just need that striker. You think I need a superstar striker? Save your money. Go and buy Billy Waters for 10p. He'll bang them goals in. So over his stats, and he played a lot less really than Akinfenwa. Good 300 minutes, I think. Less, roughly. He played 4,707 minutes. That is, that Premier League record, man, that is very, very, very good. Now we're on to the final one, the one I really want to see, really, because he's a goalkeeper. And what made me think about this is during my Tame Valley series this year, we had a legendary backup goalkeeper called Dougie Black, one of my subscribers. And I played him up front in a friendly and he scored decent goal as well. So I'm always interested about stuff like this. It's just a bit of fun. But in the Premier League, with Buffon as their star striker, he didn't get in the top 3 like the other two. And City at their worst finish, finishing 4th with 73 points. They were knocked out of the Carabao Cup in the 3rd round on penalties, getting beat by Crystal Palace at home. And in the FA Cup, they got to the 5th round, but they got knocked out by Arsenal away, getting beat 2-0. Over to the Champions League though, and they had a great run. They got all the way to the final and only just got beat. Buffon played up front, or at least he started the game, and they got beat 3-2 off Liverpool, which is disappointing. So Buffon didn't win anything, but he got to the Champions League final as a striker. So here we are with the legend that is Mr. Buffon, 43-year-old and still quality. As a goalkeeper, now it does say there, conceded 2, so I'm wondering if he wangled in a couple of games as a goalkeeper. But he did play, honestly, the majority of them as a striker. Although it doesn't show his goals, does it? Because he's a goalkeeper. He also missed a good chunk of time compared to the others. He had a little injury, bruised shin, missed 2 days, and then a back strain that was out, put him out for 5 weeks. So that's a big chunk compared to the other guys because they hardly missed a game. And he didn't play as much. He only played 2,623 minutes, so I'm guessing he was pulled off quite a lot because he's obviously out of position. The computer's going to do that. And again, can't see how many goals he's scored, but don't worry, I've added them up and we're going to have a quick overview at the end. It wasn't a lot. Let's have a quick overview of each player and look at what they did and what they achieved. And we'll start off with Buffon because you don't know how many goals he scored. Like I say, it wasn't a lot. He scored 5 in a total of 55 appearances, and his best achievement was coming runner-up in the Champions League. Now, he missed 5 weeks through injury, which was the biggest chunk, and he only played 2,632 minutes. And if we look at all the games he played against the big teams and see how many goals he scored, as you can see, he didn't score once against any of them. And I chose United, Chelsea, Liverpool and Arsenal because, you know, they're the biggest 4 and I couldn't fit any more into the graphic. But because he only scored 5, let's have a look at who he scored those goals against. Well, he got 1 against Villa in the Premier League, 1 against West Ham in the Premier League, 1 against Grimsby in the cup, can't remember which cup, but I know it was a cup, and then he scored 2 goals in the league against Spurs. Bloody hell, Spurs. If we move over to the beast himself and check out what he did, of course he scored 30 in 60. I think that's brilliant. 1 goal in every other game. Not bad from your striker. He finished runner-up in the Champions League, and he was the only guy to win anything, winning the FA Cup and scoring in the FA Cup final. He missed 12 days through injury and he played a total of 5,034 minutes. the most out of all three. And against the big four that I chose, he didn't do too bad. He scored 5 goals in total, 2 against United, 2 against Chelsea, didn't score against Liverpool, but he put 1 past Arsenal. Over to Billy Waters, who on paper looked very, very bad, and I don't know what I expected, but he blew me away really, and it really makes you think. Got a world-class team. Who cares what you throw up front? As long as it's not a goalkeeper, just stick any striker up top and you'll do okay. 33 goals in 56 games is pretty good. Now, he didn't win anything, but his greatest achievement was he finished 3rd with the most points out of everybody. He only missed 2 days through injury. Mr. Reliable. He played a lot less than Akinfenwa and did better, I think. Actual top-class goal scorer is world class. And then against the big teams, he did very well. Like, really, really well. Scored 2 goals against United, 3 against Chelsea, 2 against Liverpool, and 2 against the Gunners. So there we go, that is the end of the video. It was just a little bit of fun, a little bit of an experiment. I enjoyed it. I genuinely didn't know how it would turn out, and I was pleasantly surprised with how productive the 2 actual strikers were, because in reality, they wouldn't be, would they? But, you know, put them in Football Manager around a world-class team, and they scored goals, enough goals, I think. One of them even won a trophy. It was amazing. Buffon, I don't know what I expected. I just wanted to throw a curveball out there of a goalkeeper, but he scored a few. He did all right. He put a shift in. I'd love to know what you think in the comments. Get involved in there. Make sure you smash that thumbs up. Always helps. And I just can't wait now. With this close to FM22. So excited. If you're a fan of my Journeyman series, episode 30 is coming out very soon, and that is the end of that. And then, yeah, looking forward to new content, a new game. Again, let me know what you think. Are you looking forward to FM22 yourself? I am. Even though it does look a bit, I'll be honest with you, just like an updated FM21. It's not blowing my mind, but I always buy the new one. I'm a slave to this game. I can't help it. I love it too much. Anyway, stay safe, stay well, stay happy. I'm Bood, and I'll see you next time.